Hey, 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 everybody. Tonight, I'm going to give another power perspective, and that's what I'm actually going to start calling these because it's really perspectives that empower you and give you your power back. Okay, because there's some ways of thinking and looking at things that strip away our power, and there are other perspectives that give us power. So what I do here, and a lot of what I do here, is basically giving you a power perspective. The perspective that puts the power back in your hands, helps you call in all of your energy that you've wasted all over the place, pouring it out where it doesn't belong, draining you. And I help you to pull all that power back in and have a perspective that helps you to live life on the offense rather than on the defense. Okay, where you're actually able to eventually project yourself into life rather than just sit back and wait to see what's gonna happen. That's not a powerful place. So, what I want to talk about tonight is the misconception that a lot of people have about boundaries. Okay, there's a lot of people that feel that boundaries are unloving and it's being closed off, and like you should be, because they have this concept in their mind of like unconditional love in a way that means that they really don't have boundaries. And I want to really give some perspective to that, okay? Boundaries are not unloving and about being closed off. Okay, it is unhealthy to not have boundaries, and it is also naive. Okay, because you have to understand what having boundaries is really about. It is not about closing people off and having an inability to love, an inability to be open to people, and just being fearful and just always on the defense. That's not what it's about. Needing boundaries is about understanding that every person is at their own place in their evolution, and they will behave and do whatever they do from that place. I'm going to say that again. Needing boundaries is about understanding that every person is at their own place in their evolution, and they will do everything from that place. And because of that, some people are not safe. Now, this is not about fear, okay, being afraid of people. Who is this person safe? Is that it's not about paranoia, okay? What I'm talking about is the fact that some people are not safe because they're not at a place in their evolution where they will not hurt others. Okay? That is a fact. That's why we have murderers, rapists, sadistic people. That's why we have those types of people. It's because they're at a certain place in their evolution. Some people are at a place in their evolution where they even want to hurt others. Okay, that is a place that exists. Okay, the more that we refuse to heal ourselves or address our issues, the more we devolve. Okay. And there are people that are at that place. So what they do with their pain, they're not looking to heal it. They're looking to hurt somebody else. And that is what makes them feel good. It is not about them being evil. It is just about them being at a place in their evolution where they are refusing to grow or change. And this is how they're choosing to experience a better feeling, which is something that we're all after. Okay, you could call it evil if that's what you choose, but this is going on. There are, so it's not that they don't deserve love, and if I shut them out, then I am unloving or unkind. Okay, so when it comes to people that you need to have boundaries with, it's not about them not deserving love or that, I'm not kind or I'm an unloving person. Is that they are at a place in their journey where my being open to them is in neither of our best interests. That's what people don't understand. I hold them back by giving them what they aren't evolved enough to manifest from their being. And see, people don't understand that, where you can have a misalignment. Okay, so you have to be very conscious and aware, okay, present with yourself, and connected. Because what you'll see is there are some people that you meet them, they're at a certain place in their journey, and that's where they're meant to be at the time that they're meeting you. Meaning that you're not the person to give them anything. They're not even ready for that. And so what happens is when you try to give them something that they're not evolved enough to manifest from their being, rather it's coming out of your being and your desire, your own issues. Because I'm gonna tell you the truth, not having boundaries is not about being so loving and caring for other people. It is about an internal issue that is not being addressed with the person who doesn't have the boundaries. When people are, because what happens is you're unable to live life as it is. You see, so you still have an issue in your own resistance. It's just in a different way. So usually people like that are in a place where they can't accept the world as it is. They can't accept people being on their path at a certain place, and they feel that something has to be done about that. And a lot of times they want to, help and change that for everybody. And the truth of the matter is that's not any of our job. Like even with this channel, with what I do and the work that I do for people and the people that I work with, these are the people that are ready for that. Okay, I'm not out here with a bullhorn. I'm not out here trying to love on people that don't want it, aren't ready for it. That's not my place. I can accept my journey where everybody else is in theirs. I respect that. But see, when you come across people that are at a certain place in their journey, the more you're aware that, hey, when I meet somebody, I have to see where they are in their own journey, and I have to respect that and allow them to be where they are. And if where they are is an unsafe place for me, it's not in my best interest or their best interest for me to try to change that. Because the change would happen organically for them. They'd be seeking you out. So just understand that boundaries are not about being unloving and being closed off. It is truly about understanding that every person is at a different place. So some people, if you're connected, when you meet them, you can sense and you can feel where they are in their journey. So I'm not going to continue to, try and, make that be something that is not. This is how a lot of murders happen, actually. People who just refuse to accept that people are at a certain place in their journey, and that this goes on. And they will open themselves up to people who are going to be devastating, people who are going to do terrible things because of where they are in their journey. And so my love is different. I love them enough to respect their journey and say, wow, okay, you are really at a really stuck place where you're not evolving, you're not growing, you're not willing to face yourself, and it's turning, you outwardly wide to the point that, rather than healing your pain, you're going around, inflicting it on other people as a means of feeling better. But I respect that you have your own journey and the right to your journey, and I gracefully bow out. Okay, so you need boundaries because you have to live in the world that we live in, which is a beautiful world, actually. Once you get to a place where you can reconcile the duality of it all, you'll see that even, everything is serving the greater good, even the things that you think are so terrible and so evil and so wrong. But it's an absolutely amazing reality, one of the best experiences that you could ever come here for. But there are a variety of things going on here because people are at different places. Okay, people are hurting in different ways, and people are choosing to handle their hurt in different ways. So to deny that is to basically be completely and totally delusional. Okay, living in some fantasy in your mind. Now, do I believe that the world can get to a place where we have a lot of that, a lot less of that in existence? Yes, I do. I don't know if it will be in my lifetime or any of our lifetime. I do believe that, but that's not going to happen before there's a certain process of healing that's going to have to occur on a mass level. And that is something that individuals will have to embark upon. And it's not easy. So there's going to be a lot of people who are not going to want to do it. So that's why we're going to have people at certain levels. Okay, because it's not really about information anymore. Previously, it was about people not having certain information. There was a veil over the information where people were not given access to truth. They were not given access. They were being oppressed and controlled in a certain way where they were not allowed access to information. That is not the case anymore. Okay, we've already moved beyond that age. And now, everything is out in the open. The information is available. The help is available for those who want it. There's people like me. We're all over the place, for the people who want to do the work, the people who are, you got people that can hold your hand and literally take you step by step, give you all the information. It's all over YouTube. You can Google search things now. Okay, so it's not about that. But people still have to make the choice. So now it's about people making that choice and wanting that information and flocking to that rather than continuing to, operate in resistance and continuing to prefer the illusions that may be easier and may feel a little better initially. Okay, so we need boundaries. We need boundaries. It is a healthy thing. Those boundaries are just us saying, okay, my boundary is here for me to evaluate where you are within your journey and how we should be interacting with each other. That is in alignment, in a very aligned way that is aligned for both of our souls. Okay, so when you don't have boundaries, you're basically saying, I don't want to operate in what is in alignment for the both of us. I would prefer to operate from my own need to be validated or needed by others. My own need to project outwardly the care that I'm not giving myself. I want to project that onto other people. See, either way, you're coming from an issue. So when you're like that, it's not just the people that you feel like you're needing to pour all of this love on that because they have issues. No, you do too. Otherwise, you wouldn't even feel the yearning desire, to do that. Instead, you would just go through life able to accept every moment as it is, able to accept people as they are and accept the truth of situations and of people, without trying to make it be what you feel it should be or what you think it is out of your own projections. And trying to solve your own unhealed wounds in relationship with others. So when you want to get to a place where instead of doing all of that, you just accept everything as it is. You accept the people as they come. And you're able to look at where they are and what is in alignment for the both of you and act accordingly without any personal guilt, prejudice, judgment, like nothing. It just is what it is. They're on their journey just like you're on your journey. You're at different places in your journey. And that's just what it is. Okay, so boundaries are not about being unloving and closed off. It is basically just about understanding that everybody is not on the same level. They're not at the same place in their journey. And hopefully, they're going to get where they need to be in due time. And maybe you'll come across each other once again at a different time, that one that is more in alignment for a situation like that. But sometimes now is not the time, because there are people who are at a place in their journey where there would be nothing more, nothing makes them feel better than, hurting other people. And that happens. And I understand that too. I understand how hard it is to face your pain and to heal your pain. So I can understand why people run from it, which means I can understand how they end up running from it. so fast and so hard that they end up in a place where their only relief is to inflict it on somebody else. I understand it. Doesn't mean I agree with it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna, try to, help them heal or try to do something about it to change that without them wanting that. It just means I understand. I understand. And so because I understand that, I don't make myself available to that. There's a boundary. Okay. So that's that, guys. I hope that it was beneficial to you. I love you guys dearly. Talk to you soon. Bye.